Sunny, I'm so excited about the launch of your new book, Transformational Coaching to Lead Culturally Diverse Teams. And in a country like South Africa that has so much cultural diversity, what has your experience been in working with teams?
So I think South Africa is one of the richest countries that I've ever lived in terms of cultural diversity in teams. But actually, pretty much any country you work in the world, there's now a lot of cultural diversity in teams because there's so much movement. There's so much travel. People want to work in other countries. There's immigration. Um, the world has become a smaller place. We are a global village, if you like. So very often there's different races, there's different languages, there's different cultures, there's a different educational background, there's different work experience, and all of this comes together in a team to bring a lot of richness that we can harness. But very often we don't harness. Very often we miss the richness because we make assumptions about each other and go for the people we think we resonate with the easiest and don't reach out to the people who might be harder for us to connect with.
So tell me, what do you think we need to bear in mind when we're working with culturally diverse teams?
I think one of the most important things is to challenge your own assumptions about people. Challenge your assumptions about yourself. When you find yourself making assumptions about somebody, test it. Go and have a coffee and a sandwich with them. Get to know them. The work that we do in teams is getting people to relate to each other in different ways, working in pairs, working in triads, working in the bigger group and open discussion. We have different ways of getting people to work together, working in small groups, and learning how to have conversations that are robust with each other, but with respect and also with a willingness to listen and hear what other people have to say. Very often, it's our assumptions that we make about other people that get in our way. And an assumption is quite simply a proposition that we take to be true, whether or not there's fact behind that or not. So you can talk about subjective facts, which are our feelings and our emotions about somebody. So maybe we've had a bit of a hard time communicating with somebody because they're more reserved, we're more extrovert. Maybe business is conducted in English and English is their fourth language, it's your second language. So there's lots of things that can get in the way of working together. Or maybe because of the power of their position, they've got power and rank, you don't feel comfortable challenging them. So we're constantly working from assumptions that are not necessarily true, that need to be challenged. So that's one of the first things that I would suggest we need to work with, and that is the work that we do in teams. We look at what are the assumptions we hold about ourselves and what are the assumptions that we're holding